Why, hello there. Welcome back to the Star Wars headquarters. Hope you're doing well. And we are talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Definitely one of my most anticipated series. Sound off in the comments if you are looking forward to this series. I am super excited about this. And we are going to be talking about in this video how Obi-Wan Kenobi could indeed face off against Darth Maul once again. Now, I know what many of you are going to say, how can that be possible? Because we already know Darth Maul's demise in the Twin Suns episode of Star Wars Rebels, but a lot of people don't realize that the time frame between the Obi-Wan series and the Twin Suns episode in Star Wars Rebels is actually a big time gap, and there's a lot of stuff that could have transpired between Obi-Wan and Maul in that time. We're going to talk about that in this video. We're going to take a look at this article I actually stumbled upon not too long ago, and it's from the Hollywood Reporter that kind of goes into the details on the time frame and everything for the Obi-Wan series and how it could be possible that Darth Maul could indeed face off against Obi-Wan Kenobi once again. So let's talk about this here and let's go over this article. I'm going to start off right at the top where it says there's an 8-year gap between Kenobi's battle against Black Chrysanthemum, and his next appearance 2 years before A New Hope. It says, in the Star Wars Rebels episode Twin Suns, Darth Maul, who had returned during Star Wars Clone Wars, journeys to Tatooine to exact his revenge upon Kenobi. And then goes on to say, the episode marks the final battle between the two old foes, and Obi-Wan Kenobi strikes Maul down and burns his body on a funeral pyre in a show of respect for the last remnant of his old life. Now, it goes on to say this, says, there are perhaps few things as appealing for the Obi-Wan series as the possibility of seeing Kenobi and Maul battle once again. But does the canon permit a new story between the adversaries to be told? In the episode, and of course they're referring to the Twin Suns episode, it says Obi-Wan Kenobi refers to Maul as his persistent foe. This could apply to the Clone Wars, but it's possible that Kenobi and Maul had another meeting or several in the 17 years between their last duel in the Clone Wars and their final battle in Rebels. So right there you go. So there's been nearly about 17 years, I'd say, between that time frame up until Rebels. So there's a lot of stuff that could transpire here in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And I personally do believe that we are going to see live action Darth Maul return in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And I do believe that Obi-Wan Kenobi could face off against Darth Maul directly. Now, it goes on to say, we already know from Solo, a Star Wars story, that Maul resurfaced as the leader of Crimson Dawn 10 years before A New Hope. His ties to the crime syndicate and Kira are two significant of developments within the Star Wars universe to not follow up on. I totally agree on this. Like, what's going on with Maul after Solo? With that ending, they got to follow up on that either with a Solo 2 or something. So we'll see what happens with that. But it goes on to say, while it's always been assumed that Kenobi spent all of his time in exile in Tatooine, perhaps that isn't the case. The events of Kenobi's journals and Solo take place around the same time, and it's plausible that Kenobi's disruption of Jabba's criminal operation attracted the attention of a larger crime syndicate run by Maul, instead of the series simply being a Tatooine set tale inspired by Unforgiven. Kenobi could travel off-world and dismantle Crimson Dawn. So, again, what do you all make of this? Do you think that this could be possible? I do think it could be possible, but the question is, would we still get a Solo sequel if that was the case? Or would they simply reintroduce Maul back to live action again through the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? Regardless, I personally would love to see, of course, a Solo 2, but I also want to see Darth Maul in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, of course, and see Obi-Wan face off against Maul directly once more. So again, leave your predictions. What do you think is going to happen in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to see what you all think. And I'm really curious to see if they're able to keep the 2022 release day. I'm hoping that they can do that. We don't know exactly when it's releasing in 2022, but we do know that filming is underway for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Ewan McGregor did an interview not too long ago on the Jimmy Kimmel Show talking about how he filmed a special scene with a special someone on May 4th, Star Wars Day. So that was some really big recent news coming from Ewan McGregor. So the fact that they've kind of ramped up a little bit of publicity around the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is a good sign, in my opinion, that they are on track to hit that 2022 release. But the question is, again, will we get it early 2022 or later 2022? And my guess is going to be the latter, because of course this series is going to take a lot of work and a lot of dedication from everyone at Lucasfilm, and they're going to want to get it perfect. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi, one of my favorite Jedi for sure. I'm sure many of you absolutely love Obi-Wan Kenobi as much as I do, so they have to get this perfect. They got to get it right, and they got to have an interesting story, which I'm sure they already have, and I'm hoping that that story involves none other than Darth Maul himself. So we'll see what happens. So again, I'm really curious to see what happens with it. And again, the article kind of wraps up by saying right here, essentially, we could see an Obi-Wan take on the mob tell akin to the Untouchables that not only gives fans a chance to see Kenobi and Maul battle in live action again, but also ties up the loose ends of Solo, an Obi-Wan series that features McGregor, Clark, and Sam Witwer as Darth Maul seems like the kind of duel of fates would jump to light speed in order to witness. Now, of course, I'm guessing that Ray Park would be the one to play the live action part of Darth Maul. And then Sam Witwer would probably voice him, I'm guessing, in that case, which would be awesome to see. But again, leave your predictions. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that this theory is too wacky, or do you think that Darth Maul and Kenobi will face off? And thanks again for watching here at the Star Wars HQ. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and then also ring the bell to be notified of new upcoming videos and live streams. I will see you all next time. Take care, and may the Force be with you always.